So, I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. I'm talking to nobody. This is for the replay later. It's funny. So, today's goal, believe it or not, is going to be to clean off the top of my table saw so I can get ready to do some, you know, videos for TimberCon later in the week, I guess. Or, I mean, the day, this afternoon. I don't know. There's nobody here, so I'm just going to crack on. I'm just going to get on with it. I'll check in occasionally. You guys might see my back while I'm scrubbing away at the table saw over there. I've got some stuff ready. Let me show you. Okay, so one of these guys, the cleaner here, it's good for taking off the dust. Hey, somebody's here. Hello. Yeah, and then I've also got a spot polisher, and I got some WD-40, and I got a scrubby thingy, and we're just gonna clean off the tabletop for the table saw, the top for the table saw. Weird. Hey, dude, how you doing? You caught me rambling to myself for the playback, I guess. I'm cleaning my table saw. This is very exciting stuff, Anthony. Out of the way, you fence. Okay, so now, I really wish I could move my phone and still, so that you guys could actually still see what's going on. But the surface of this thing has gotten a bit rusty just from, rain and moisture, and this is not a temperature or climate controlled space. So I've got to clean up my table saw because I have to shoot some video for TimberCon and for myself later today. So it's going to use table saw. Table saw's filthy. Let's do that. Good sized layer of WD-40. By the way, this guy, the Milwaukee Spot Polisher, the M12 BPS, is fantastic for scrubbing and, whatnot. So good. I'm going to let that sit for a minute and kind of soak in. In the meantime, how you guys doing? Who do I got in here? Where's the thing that tells me that? Is that the thing? That's not the thing. Okay, sure. I'm obviously still new at this. I'm not very good at it. Hey, dude. Yeah, cleaning my table saw today. Exciting times. So this week was the first week back in treatment again for the chemo stuff. I said somewhere that I was gonna try not to talk about the cancer stuff too much, but just a quick little update every now and again is good, I think. Yeah, I'm on a new medication this time. I'm on less individual version types of chemo than last time, but I'm on some weird thing that inhibits movement of the cells, so that really quite kicked my ass. Yeah, in the last 5 years, I think I've puked 5 times, and 4 of them were on Monday, so that was fun. Yeah, good times. Are you guys in your shed cleaning up too, or are you just hanging out? Is it that button? Live chat, that's what I want to see. One day I'll learn how this shiz works. That's been long enough. What the hell? Cool. Working on some CAD at the moment. Nice. Yeah, so. It's no good, man. Velcro pad on this spot polisher. Stick one of these Scotch-Brite scrubby pads on it. So good. There's a handle in here for this thing somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Some riveting viewing for you guys, I would imagine. When I'm doing my table saw, I like to just kind of, or all the cast iron really, for that matter. I like to start with just a quick scrub, trying to get the rust off first, before I actually clean or polish anything. Like everybody, you know, everybody does this stuff more or less the same way. Okay. I'll go back over here. What the hell is that on the 8? Hey, can you guys hear me breathing? Is it creepy and weird? Okay. Man, I have not done this in a while. This thing is filthy. I suppose I got an excuse for not having cleaned this in a while, huh? Whew. Alrighty. Well, that was gross. Yeah. So, what are you working on, Ant? You said you were drawing some stuff in CAD or something? Gloves. Where's my murder gloves? Oh, yeah. A tenoning jig. I made a really cool little random jig I was really proud of a while ago. I guess it's technically a tenoning jig. Check this out. Here's an idea for you. I was trying to figure out a way to get it to work a hold down into it, right? So that I could hold the piece securely in place. I just poked a big old hole in it, and I have those Pony Jorgensen clamps where you can take the heads off. You just stick the bar through there, put it back on. It works perfectly. I was looking into like all kinds of different hold downs and clamps and all that kind of crap, and that I felt very smart that day. Now it's very basic day one stuff, but you know, anything that makes you feel smart. Like, you know, being able to stand something up without it falling over is good. Ha, we'll add that. It's brilliant. I love it. So good. So these black gloves, right? I always call them murder gloves. And anytime someone who doesn't really know me hears me call them murder gloves, they get really weirded out. Because, I mean, I look like kind of like a serial killer, I suppose. I mean, I try not to act like one. We try, you know. It's hard sometimes. Okay. Wow. This saw is filthy. Love it. These are the dirtiest miter slots I've ever seen. You gotta love them filthy, filthy slots. Wait, what? Wait, did I just steal a... Is that a Beavis and Butthead joke? I think it was. From the movie when they went to Vegas and they were like... And the old lady on the plane was like, I'm gonna play the slots. Love that. Man. Keep meaning to look into that Incrafence thing and figure out which of my organs I can still legally sell without technically murdering people to buy the thing. Wait. Here's a fun question. Is it too dark to joke around about the toxicity of my organs? Too soon? Too dark? Whatever. I'm okay with it. Okay, that's no surface rust. That works for me. All right, so now I need some wax. This thing's cold, man. Holy cow. Nope. I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, I love that guy. If he needed it, I'd give him a kidney if it wasn't technically manslaughter. And they just absolutely didn't get it. That kind of made it way funnier. What am I looking for? That waxy stuff. Where did I put that? Pretty good. Pretty good. It's not the best, but I've definitely used worse. I mean, I'm assuming it's not the best. There's always something better. What do you guys use to protect your cast iron, actually? Oof. Getting dried out, man. Holy cow. If I was clever, I would have stuck this in the microwave for 20 seconds. How the hell do you get the feed to stay up so you can actually read the comments after that you miss? This thing, man. This interface is terrible. YouTube. What do you know? Ah. Spread it around. Man, from your perspective, this is probably worse than watching paint dry, huh? At least there's some drama in paint drying. Spread out a little bit, I suppose. Zoom, zoom. And I need to do this to all of my cast iron tools everywhere, but I just can't be bothered today. Doo-doo-doo. The only thing I don't really like about this polisher is that you can't lock it on, which is probably intentional, but you gotta kind of hold the button down the whole time. It's annoying. You guys are still here. That's fantastic. Whew. So, most exciting Saturday morning ever, huh? Listening to some guy polish some cast iron off camera and ignoring you. That's funny. I like that. Like the branding? Pretty fun, right? It's recycled. The funny, talking about how I like this polisher for this job. It's 100% not really designed for this. This thing's supposed to be for like cleaning headlights in auto shops and stuff. I think, but it's brilliant. Not that, I've got any kind of deal with Milwaukee or anything. I reached out to them a while ago for about a couple video ideas, and their response was pretty much, sorry, who are you? So, that was fun. They did tell me that they would keep an eye on my channel. They would watch my progress with, interest in blah, blah, blah. And I just laughed. I was like, okay, thanks. But, it is what it is. I know who I am. I know where I'm at. I'm a small channel. I get it. Man, come on, you. That being said, if Milwaukee does watch this, then, I'm obviously open to a conversation. I'm a filthy, filthy slut when it comes to that kind of thing. All right. A very uneven layer here. I 100% should have stuck that polish in the microwave. It's too cold. Not polish, you know, the wax protection compoundy thing, whatever it's called. Well, this battery's about to die already. Okay. Holy sh! I'll let that sit for a couple minutes. I'll buff it off with a rag. Holy cow. Put those scissors back in my pocket where they belong. How you guys doing? What's that? What the hell is the comment? Is there just no comments? What the hell? No. Okay, fellas, how the hell do you make the comment thread show up? There's heaps of comments, Phil. I know. The comment thread just isn't there. I don't know how to make it show up. Sorry, everybody. This stupid thing. No. Fuck. Sorry, everybody. Hitting the top chat. No, I don't want to learn more. I want to see the damn thread. Oh, man. One day I will be able to actually, you know, do this shit and see what's going on. What's that? Some boomer tier comment. Thanks, buddy. How do you work this? Wow, that's just embarrassing. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Awesome. So I have no idea what's going on with you guys. There's 5 of you here. I have no idea who's here. The comment thread doesn't exist. I must have hit a button wrong setting it up, maybe? I don't know. There's nothing on the screen that's doing anything. Hello? That is frustrating as hell. And people are leaving. And this interface is dog shit. Okay, cool. This is a saying I got from you, James. Calling random things dog shit. Thanks, buddy. Dropping my tools on the floor. We'll be back in a minute. Boomer to you. That's funny. I like that. I'm not a boomer. Technically Gen X by about 10 minutes. Technically. Ah, well. It's not the most entertaining content in the world, I suppose. Very one-sided conversation. Where'd that towel go? Oh well. Do it again. Why not? Everybody left. Awesome. I don't blame you. Okay. Welcome back, kids. If you're new here, you know, blah, blah, blah. No idea who's here. If anybody's saying anything, the comment thread isn't loading for some reason. I have no idea what's going on. I've said that 15 times. You guys are probably the same people that have been here the whole time. And I'm just going to carry on doing stuff. This is the most boring live stream anyone has ever done. I would imagine. Well, I'm sure somebody's probably done a pocket dial live stream before. Just accidentally hit go in your pocket. But that is stupid. That's frustrating. Okay. Well, table saw's clean. Hooray! Wait, what was that comment? I couldn't see the comments, then I went to settings and changed to all comments instead of top comments. Thank you, sir. I have top comments or live chat, and that's it. Live chat. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Check. Good. Show me the damn thing. Nope. Gone. Fucking idiots. Like, what the hell is happening here? My chat viewing options are top or live, and that's it. Fuck, that's stupid. That's just starting to piss me off now. Okay. Old man yelling at clouds, I suppose. Tripod's in the way. Grrr. So, the video I'm going to shoot this afternoon, there's two of them I'm going to try and smash out in one day. One is for Timbukon. Yeah, you want live, not top. Yeah. Thanks. Live chat. It just pops up with a thing telling me about, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. And that's it. And then it fades away and goes away and there's no comment thread. But thank you for trying to help. I like that. That's very kind, Vivian. Listen to me huffing and puffing around in my shed, all out of breath and wheezy. I'm not sure whether it's because I'm old or, you know, everything else. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the videos I'm doing this afternoon. I'm shooting one for Timbukon that will be out on their channel fairly soon. I got to give it to them on Wednesday, I think. And the other is a really boring video for my channel about casters. But it seemed interesting and like a good time to do it, I guess. Got to shoot something. It's a theory that says, why put out boring content when you should put out interesting content? You know, boring content just to keep things moving versus inconsistent, interesting content. I don't know. I don't know where I fall on that, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of only doing interesting shit, but then I only post things like once a year. And that's not particularly good for growing or developing anything, I suppose. So I'll just stand over here out of the shot, throwing things in the garbage can. Ready? You guys can hear it, maybe. No, I was going to keep those. Mumbling to myself like a crazy person. Hang on. Like, why the hell is it so dark in here? I forgot to turn on the light. Fucking idiot. Oh, yeah. I gotta get those duck fur beams out of the way. Shit. These things are heavy, man. I don't want to move those. These are for the bed I'm supposed to be making. But they're so heavy. Are they actually in the way? Yeah, fuck it. Wow, this is a... Wow. This is what inside my head looks like all the time. Do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this. Paralyzed with too many options. Not enough knowledge. Yeah. Know thyself, I suppose. I'm actually kind of impressed there's anybody even here. Yeah, live chat. All messages are visible. Show me the damn messages. Whoa, lots of comments. Oh, Vivian, hey. There's a comment. Sorry, I can see the comments now. They're not loading. I have to like look at them individually. How come you don't use a palm sander? Because I don't have a cordless palm sander. Quite frankly. We'll add that. Nah, nope. Never too old or too soon to make jokes, especially if someone laughs, especially so. Yeah. It's good fun to look so sexy when finished. Nice. Nice. Well, live, not top. Yep. Maybe I have a second screen running with live chats. Right? Second screen. I'm a two phones kind of guy. Cool. Anyway, yeah, maybe it's just one of those things where they fade out because there's not enough comments and they just go away. Whew. So, what do I need for this shoot today? I need to clear off that, so I do need to move those Doug fir bits up there, and I need to put the lights on the charger. This is riveting. Is there something that makes more sense for these? Because they're too long for up there. I always end up in this position where I'm like halfway through a project and I'm just shuffling components around until I can get back to them, and they're always in the way. Oh, that's what I could do. Clear off the top of that bench back there. Yeah, so here's something kind of random. This old bench in the back of the room here. I don't know if anybody's been shopping at Timbicon long enough to recognize the old bench from the old reservoir store. Yeah, when they decided to get rid of it, just took it home. I was like, I'll take that. It's fantastic. It's got my sharpening station on it. That's about it. Container of 1,000. That fits. Okay, cool. Here's a fun thought. I haven't opened that locker in about a year and a half. I think everything in there would be safe to say I could probably sell. Just get rid of it and throw it in the bin. I haven't looked at it in a year and a half. I probably don't need it, right? Hey, look, more murder gloves. I could go on a spree. That is garbage. Hooray. What the deuce? What the hell is that? I bet you there's thousands of live streams from people's workshops with random dudes in their 40s just stumbling around going, what the hell is that? Oh, neat. What the hell? What in tarnation? Hey, you guys want to see the laziest bowl I've ever made? This makes me laugh. This is the laziest bowl anybody's ever made, ever. I used to have a business where I built and repaired custom drums and percussion instruments, and I had a job come in once where there was some water damage on the bottom of a pair of congas. So I literally had to hack that much off the bottom of a conga, and then I just bolted it to a board, and now I have a bowl in which I keep nothing. Fun question. Why didn't I throw it in the bin? It makes me chuckle. So dumb. Burp. You're welcome. That burp was free. Okay. That's another random thing that needs to be in the bin. What am I doing? Meh. What is the point of life? Meh. There is a pile of clamps on the floor over here. About 6 months ago, the rack fell off the side of the bench, and then I just left it. I was like, yep, that's where that goes now. That's where you live. I'm okay with this. Okay. Here's another random project I've been meaning to make. Still just a kid showing off his random toys. I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $5, and I had to buy it. It's an old wrench, right? But the name of the company that made it, King Dick. So, there's a little cutout and some Kaizen. I've got some little strip of orange leather. I'm gonna make an orange leather bed for it. Put it in a shadow box. Maybe put it behind some plexiglass and hang it on the wall. It just makes me laugh. I have so many stupid things around here that I keep just because they make me giggle, and I think that's okay. I'm all right with it. I've got hundreds of googly eyes that I keep meaning to stick to stuff because that looks like fun, but I never do. There's a lot of crap in the air in here. Oh, all this shit floating around. It's gross. I'm going to edit this live stream down to the interesting bits. It'll be 5 minutes long. It'll be fantastic. Okay. How long is that? That is, to use a technical term, quite long. 23, essentially. Ow, my finger. And 23 will come to where? Ah, I gotta move the Shinbininator, as Mr. Mark Daner called it. I like that he named my clamping jig for the drum shells I used to make. Holy shit, that's heavy. Okay. Yep, my drying rack. Haven't done anything with that in a while. All right. Look at that, getting organized by putting one thing exactly in the way of the thing I'm trying to do the other thing with. And then saying the word thing too many times to be comfortable with the sound of my own voice anymore. Oh, God. Sometimes I just kind of stop and go, did you take your Ritalin this morning? And if the answer is, I don't know, then the answer is yes. All right, so if you stack the parts to a project, surefire guarantee it will be at least 2 months before you come back to it. That's okay. Kind of excited and depressed to make this bed at the same time. The whole joke of it is it's literally going to be my deathbed. But I probably won't die for years. Probably, you know, who knows? Anybody could step off the curb and get schmucked by a bus. But there is nothing more depressing than the thought of dying in a bed you bought at Aldi. This is where our current bed came from. Oh, that makes, dang it. Oh, well, whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with the fine furniture you can buy at that particular grocery store, but, you know, depressing thought. Oy. Just punch myself in the face with a chunk of fur. That's fun. Okay. Crap, now where do I put that jig? Idiot. Been playing this game for a long time. Moving this one jig around forever. That business died with COVID. Yep, cool. Sweet. Okay. That's that tabletop cleared. No, it's not. Put a jig right in the middle of it. What the hell am I talking about? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna give that a quick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where did the cancer come from? Shit. You're a heavy boy, Mr. Jig. Agreed, Aldi's is good for stuff, but I'd much rather kick the can in something a bit nicer. Right? Exactly. Thank you, Trent. Yeah, so the original idea for that bed, I bought a gigantic post. It was a beam from a barn or something. I don't even know. On Marketplace for it was like $30, and the guy delivered it. It was crazy. But I was going to make the joke that we've all heard of 4-poster beds, and I was going to make a 1-poster bed. I was going to make one gigantic bed out of one. But it's been so long, and I didn't get any footage of breaking down the gigantic post, so now I can't make that joke. But it exists in my mind. Maybe, theoretically. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. However, I will say, and this is a random old man shouting at clouds kind of complaint, I will never call Douglas fir Oregon. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's so dumb. Most of the Douglas fir in the world comes from British Columbia, and America can get whatever. Yeah, most of it's shipped down there and processed and then exported from there. So, yeah. Softwood lumber exports from Canada to the United States have been a hot button issue for decades, and they can eat a dick, quite frankly. Here's a random rant for you about something you never thought you'd hear someone complain about. But, yeah. It's about as political as I get, I suppose. Sort of. That's not what this is supposed to be about. Let's pick up all these clamps on the floor. I keep friggin' tripping over them. Just drop a random bomb and then run away. What a mess. Boop-a-doop-doop. Why does it make garbage little fucking shit clamps all over the place? Okay. Said this a bunch of times in a bunch of random other videos, but if you don't have a dozen of these guys in your shop, go out and buy them. The Bessie, what are they, LOM 105s or whatever? LMU 105s? They are stupidly handy for so many things. Man. I am winded. Hey, Chris, how you doing? You know, yeah, this is me literally reading through my comment thread because it's not sure it keeps going away. I don't know how to make it stop. So that's a big post then. My dinner table's made from that. Dogs and kids have destroyed it. Nice. That's awesome. Good morning, Chris. Oh, Chris, sorry, I forgot I was supposed to call you about something to make your world a little slightly bit easier, maybe, potentially. All species names and rename all timbers USA wood. Nice. It's not called Douglas Fir anymore. It's now called Douglas Freedom. Fucking dickhead. Anyway. So, yeah. Welcome to the party, pal. Whew. Hey, where did that clamp rack go? Pipe. It's funny. Last week I was complaining about too many random extraction components being everywhere. I've also got a ton of random bits of fucking hose everywhere too. I've been hosed. It's a random quintessentially Canadian thing to say, to hose somebody. I got hosed. Good, mate. You? Yeah. It's a fun one. There's a no, I'm just really weak, Trent. The hoser thing, and I don't know if you've ever heard Canadians use that term. You hoser, I got hosed, blah blah blah. Apparently, it throws back to the Great Depression. People used to steal each other's petrol. They would literally be siphoning each other's gas because they couldn't afford it. So, you know, someone who's a grifter or a thief steals all your shit. It's a hoser. Fun times. It's kind of the Canadian equivalent of bogan, actually. Kind of in terms of, you know, socioeconomic commentary, I guess. Whew. What am I going to do with that? My brain is full of useless stuff. All kinds of knowledge that makes me waste my time. I love it. I identify as a bogan. Not me. Wood. I don't know what I want to do with this. It could be pretty much anything. Like I could resaw it. I was thinking about jointing this face, resawing it a couple times and making some, I don't know, charcuterie boards or something. But it's another one of those things that I like having lying around to remind me that I just keep fucking around and not finishing anything. Is that weird? The movie Grown Ups. Or Hoser. Yeah. Anybody want a charcuterie board? Actually, I heard a guy, American fella from South America, you know, Louisiana, Georgia, called them charcuterie boards, and it just made me laugh so hard. I'm like, that's hot. Some charred coochie. Charcuterie. They speak French almost as bad as Australians do. Welcome to Reservoir, mate. Ooh. You get beat up over that one. Love it. I don't know if you guys can hear me sweep the floor, but really, I never pick it up. I just sweep the piles around, put them somewhere else every now and again. Okay, now I can walk around back here without tripping and falling and breaking my head open, splitting my brains between my skull and the floor. That's good. Got to be similar to that, except it's yellow box and like a meter around. It weighs a disgusting amount. Yeah, man, absolutely. I had a top cut from when someone cut down a tree that a client just gave me one day. They're like, "Hey, you want this?" I was like, "Okay," and I just kept moving it around. The thing was like 3 meters long and like, just huge and stupid. And eventually, I just bolted it to some random scraps and put it in the garden as a bench. I was like, "Get the hell out of my way!" I didn't do anything with it. It's funny. I should though. I remember I actually sanded up the top pretty good. I put a coat of tung oil on it that was expired, and it was supposed to be an experiment. I was supposed to come back in a year and see if it makes any difference if tung oil expires. See if it makes any difference to the efficacy, I guess. It's been like 3 years, 4 years. I haven't looked at it again. I think it's fine. Hasn't rotted away. It still weighs a ton. Must be great. Oh man, I got hiccups. Yeah, there's someone else in the thread. Hi, we got 6 people in here. Chris, what was Grown Ups about, man? I forget. I think I saw that one. I don't know if I've seen it. I don't know. Doesn't matter, I guess. So today's big adventure in cleaning up the workshop, I found a texter, as you guys call them, from Tormek. Exciting times. I think they just gave me that. Ooh. All right. So where am I going to hang that other clamp rack, man, now that I've dropped it on the ground and smashed it up and stuff? It was hanging there, but that doesn't work. Trying to get organized. Sorry, Chris, I did see your comment. Yeah, Adam Sandler. Right. I don't know. I'm a bit hit and miss with that guy. I think he's brilliant and an absolute idiot at the same time. It's fantastic. It's kind of a hard line to walk, I guess. Fine line to walk? I don't know. Oh, sorry. No, that was Trent. Yeah. Adam Sandler. Who knows? Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, yeah. Nothing's happening. I should probably just sign off and go have some lunch or something. What time is it? 11? Where'd that clamp rack even go? I'm just wandering around looking for my stuff. Nah. Where did I put my confounded contraptions? Nah. You know, that guy. Everybody loves that guy. Crazy old bastard. Ah, there you are. Okay. It's like that time of day where it's like, I mean, it's not currently, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, but it's like that thing where it's too late to start one project, but too early to go home. You know, end of your work day, you're like, what do I do? Oh, I know, I'll sweep the floor for 15 minutes. You know what, fellas? I knew it. Right on both counts. Trent. Yes. Rebuilding his shop and 3D printing some cool stuff. Oh, Chris, what are you working on? 3D printing some lovely stuff. Cool stuff. Actually, Chris, I love what you're doing with your shop, man. I just see the things you're posting, and everything looks so tidy and clean. I love it. So good, man. Um, I really like the idea of keeping everything nice and clean and making your shop look like a place where you want to actually hang out. Like it looks like a very productive place to be. It's very cool. Mine kind of looks like, you know, a tin shed with a bunch of crap in it, which, you know, it kind of is, I suppose. But yeah, in the next, I don't know, year, who knows, next 10 years maybe. Um, I've been saying this for 4 years actually, but over the next little bit, like in these Saturdays, I'm going to get to the point where cleaning up the shop is only going to take 10, 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to start rebuilding this whole back wall of my shop and making that part of this Saturday thing, right? So um, in the process of that, I might end up moving my table saw around, bring the bench down here so I can actually so you can actually see kind of what I'm doing and whatnot. But the main goal is to make it so that I can point the camera this way from over there and have a nice backdrop with all the signs and machinery and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm headed in theory. Um, yeah, so we'll see how that goes, I guess. Look at my finger. New benches for the workshop, 3D printing containers for the drawers. Yeah, man. Organization. That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta do a lot more of that shit too. I find that like half my drawers are empty though. It's weird. Like there's nothing in them. There's just stuff in buckets and containers and, you know, like these. I went down to Richmond Caster a while ago, year and a half ago maybe. I bought just a bunch of these random bins, you know, and I built this cart. And when I was doing the production component work still, it was fantastic. It was a way to kind of measure my, you know, output for the day. You know, I'd be like, I'll do 3 buckets before lunch. I'll do, you know, the whole rack before lunch or whatever the job was at hand at the time. And now I just use them to move chunks of stuff around. You know, like if I'm sanding something on the other side of the house, or, you know, like I got a painting station set up outside and I need to bring a bunch of tools out to work on that, they'll go in one of these buckets and they'll come with me. These kinds of things are fantastic. I love these production buckets. And it's funny, when I stopped working, I was halfway through a production run for Sydney Stropco. I should finish that. See if they still need them. Or maybe I'll make a bunch of end grain cutting boards or something. I don't know. Actually, I should reach out to them. I'll let you guys know what's going on that front next week. And yeah, on that note, it's been 65 minutes of just random crap and me trying to figure out how to look at the comment thread. So I'm going to just turn this off and go see what's going on in the house. I'm sure the boys are driving Stephanie absolutely insane currently. They might have been, you know, a bit naughty. They certainly were when I ran away to hide out here and talk to you guys. So yeah, I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for sticking around. And yeah. I got nothing. Have a good Easter if I don't do this next Saturday. I don't know if I will. I probably will. Who gives a shit about Easter? Right? I mean, zombies are fun and all, but whatever.